The morning brought a huge storm. Arlo was terrified, and he ran for cover, losing sight of the river. After the storm, Arlo was completely lost. He asked some passing pterodactyls for directions, but the leader, Thunderclap, tried to steal Spot. Help Arlo dodge the pterodactyls. Nicely done. Good job! Woo! Nicely done. Good job! Just as the pterodactyls caught up to Arlo, some fearsome Tyrannosaurus Rexes appeared. The T-Rexes roared and chased the pterodactyls away. Nash, Ramsey, and their father Butch turned out to be friendly ranchers who had lost their herd of longhorns. The T-Rexes agreed to help Arlo find his way home, if Spot could sniff out their missing longhorns. Spot tracked down the gang of rustlers who had stolen the herd. Arlo was afraid to get the rustlers' attention, so Spot helped. The rustlers appeared, and then the T-Rexes sprang their trap on the thieving raptors. Arlo was scared, but he helped chase the raptors away. That night, the T-Rexes swapped scar stories around the fire. Butch's fight with a giant croc had left him with a mean scar, and one of the croc's teeth. Butch admitted to Arlo that he had been scared during the fight, but he pushed through his fear.
Listen, kid, you can't get rid of fear, but you can get through it. You can find out what you're made of.
The next morning, Arlo and Spot helped the T-Rexes herd the longhorns. Help Arlo make his way to the front of the herd. Jump over anything that comes along. That was some great herding. Soon, Clawtooth Mountain appeared in the distance. Arlo knew the way home. He and Spot said goodbye to the T-Rexes. The next morning, Arlo and Spot helped the T-Rexes herd the longhorns. Help Arlo make his way to the front of the herd. Jump over anything that comes along. Home was almost in sight. Arlo and Spot were overjoyed. They howled in excitement. Someone returned their howls. Arlo was worried that Spot seemed interested in the stranger. So Arlo picked him up and headed for home. Suddenly, some familiar shapes appeared. The Pterodactyls! And they wanted Spot. Help Arlo dodge the Pterodactyls. Careful. Well done! As hard as he tried, Arlo couldn't fight off the pterodactyls forever. They snatched Spot and flew into the storm. Arlo chased after them, but he fell and hit his head. When Arlo looked up, he saw someone approaching. It was Papa. Arlo was thrilled until he realized that Papa wasn't leaving footprints. Papa wasn't really there. Arlo knew he had to head into the storm, even though it was dangerous, because of his love for Spot. And Arlo knew that Papa would be proud of him.
I knew you had it in you. You're me and more.
As the storm got worse, Arlo tracked down Spot and confronted the pterodactyls. There was a nasty struggle, but Arlo managed to knock most of them into the river. Then he let out a mighty roar, scaring Thunderclap away. The river began to rise, and the ground rumbled. Arlo trembled in fear. He knew a flood was coming, but his love for Spot steadied his nerves. Arlo leaped to shield Spot from the oncoming flood. Help Arlo rescue Spot as fast as you can. Hurry! Well done! Arlo caught up to Spot just in time to protect him as they went over a huge waterfall. Soon they reached the shore. Arlo was relieved when Spot opened his eyes. They were both okay. They were almost home when a familiar howl sounded. The stranger had returned with his whole family. Arlo knew what he had to do. It wasn't easy, but Arlo said goodbye to Spot. Arlo finally reached the farm. He was back home, and his family was overjoyed to see him. He pressed his foot to the silo. Arlo had taken care of the critter and earned his mark.